Another day, another showdown on the hardwood. Tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers visiting the Indiana Pacers. A clash of the East's finest with plenty at stake. So, let's paint the picture. The Cavs, sitting pretty atop the Eastern Conference, came into Sunday's game with a 12-game win streak. The Pacers, riding a 6-game heater of their own. And wouldn't you know it, it was Indiana who slammed the door on Cleveland's streak, snapping it in dramatic fashion. 108-93. Indiana has quietly climbed to 5th in the East. Pascal Siakam is leading the charge, dropping 19.9 points a game while snagging 7.4 rebounds. Tyrese Haliburton is a wizard at point guard, averaging 18.1 points and dishing out nearly 9 assists. They've lost just once in their last 8 games, folks, and they're scorching 12-3 against the spread in their last 15. But here's the kicker: their defense has stepped up, holding opponents under 9 points in 3 of their last 4. Now, on the other side of the court, the Cavs are a juggernaut. 33 wins, 5 losses. The league's best record. Their offense? Second best in the NBA. Pumping out 122.1 points per game, shooting a league-leading 50.2% from the field and 40.1% from beyond the arc. Donovan Mitchell leads this powerhouse, averaging 22.8 points per game, and Darius Garland's 20.9 points and 6.7 assists aren't too shabby either. But let's not gloss over Cleveland's vulnerabilities. They're 1-3 against the spread in their last 4, and in Sunday's loss to the Pacers, the offense sputtered. Only 9-3 points on their home floor. That's not a typo. Offense versus defense. The Cavs are lethal scoring machines, but the Pacers' defense has been suffocating. Historically, the Pacers have been a thorn in Cleveland's side, going 6-3 against the spread in their last 9 meetings. Add to that the Pacers' defensive lockdown, and you've got the makings of another playoff-style slugfest. So where does that leave us? The total is set at 229.5, and while Cleveland boasts the firepower, the Pacers have proven they can dictate pace and grind teams down. With recent trends pointing toward the under, I expect a slow, methodical battle. Buckle up, folks. And today's AI pick is under 229.5. Here's the deal: both teams want this one badly. Cleveland wants redemption. Indiana wants to prove their Sunday win wasn't a fluke. But I'll tell you this: with the defensive intensity the Pacers have shown and the stakes climbing higher, the under feels like the safest play on the board. Keep your eyes on the battle in the paint, the tempo of the game, and whether Indiana can keep Cleveland's high-powered offense in check. If they do, we're in for another nail-biter. On to Game 2.
Let's talk basketball, shall we? The Oklahoma City Thunder roll into Philly to take on the struggling 76ers. This one's got all the makings of a blowout, but let's break it down and see if there's a twist in the tale. The Thunder are flying high, leading the Western Conference with a 32-6 record. Their latest masterpiece? A 136-95 drubbing of the Wizards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the maestro, dropping 27 points and orchestrating an offense that's averaging a solid 116.1 points per game. Efficiency? Oh, they've got that too. Shooting 47.1% from the field, 35.5% from 3, and knocking down 82.3% from the free throw line. Defensively, they're a fortress, holding opponents to just 103.4 points per game. Best in the league? You could argue that. Meanwhile, in Philly, the story's not quite as pretty. The Sixers are 15-22 and sitting 11th in the East. They're coming off a 104-99 loss to the Magic, and let's be honest, things aren't clicking. Offensively, they're managing just 107.4 points per game with middling shooting percentages across the board. Defensively? It's been a rough ride, giving up 110.6 points per game and letting opponents shoot nearly 50%. That's not exactly a recipe for success. And then there's the injury report. Philly is hurting, literally. Joel Embiid? Out. Kyle Lowry? Out. KJ Martin? Out. The list goes on. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City is missing a couple of pieces, but nothing that derails their machine. So what's the play here? OKC is coming in as an 11.5-point favorite. With the Thunder's firepower and Philly's lackluster defense, it's hard to see how the Sixers keep up. The Thunder are averaging 128 points in their last 3 games. Philly? Barely cracking 105 over their last 4. The gap is wide, folks, real wide, and today's AI pick is Oklahoma City Thunder, 11.5. If you're looking for drama, this game won't deliver. But for precision, domination, and execution? OKC's got it all. Save the cat rating? Solid 8 out of 10. The Thunder keep soaring, while the Sixers keep searching for answers. On to Game 3.
The Suns and the Hawks. Two teams stuck at 500, trying to claw their way out of mediocrity. You know, it's like watching two guys fight over the last slice of stale bread. But hey, that's what makes it interesting, right? Let's dig in. The Suns are on a 3-game win streak, looking like they've got a little fire in them again. Kevin Durant? Still proving he's that guy. Dropping 27 points a game, grabbing boards, dishing assists. The man is a walking cheat code. Sunday's win over the Hornets showed some offensive pop. 17 threes, 41.5% from deep. But let's not sugarcoat it. Their defense? It's about as reliable as a one-legged horse in a race. They're giving up open shots like it's charity work. If they want to keep this streak alive, they'd better start locking down. Now, let's talk about the Hawks. 9th in the East. Same record as the Suns, but with way less swagger. They're coming off a loss to, surprise, surprise, the Suns last Thursday. Trae Young put up 21 points, but let's be real, Atlanta's defense is a disaster, allowing nearly 120 points per game. That's not defense. That's an invitation to get embarrassed. And let's not forget, they haven't played in almost a week. Rust? Oh. It's gonna show. And the injuries? Oh boy. Atlanta's bench looks more like a hospital ward. Trae Young is questionable. Bogdan Bogdanović is questionable, and a few other guys are already out. Meanwhile, the Suns are missing Jusuf Nurkic. But at least they've got their big guns ready to roll. So here's the play. Phoenix is allowing just 109.8 points in their last 5 games. Atlanta? Giving up a ridiculous 125 in their last 3. The Suns have the momentum, the firepower, and the edge in this matchup. The Hawks? They'll be chasing shadows all night. And today's AI pick is Phoenix Suns, 5.5. Phoenix keeps rising. Durant keeps shining. And the Hawks? They'll be left wondering where it all went wrong. Buckle up, folks. This one's gonna be all Suns. On to Game 4.
So, we've got the Denver Nuggets taking on the Dallas Mavericks in a Western Conference showdown. Denver's sitting 4th in the conference at 23-15, while Dallas is just behind them in 5th with a 22-17 record. Two teams close in the standings but moving in opposite directions. Let's break it down. Denver comes into this game riding a 3-game winning streak, fresh off a 112-101 win over these same Mavericks on Sunday. Their offense, absolutely lethal, 3rd in the league, averaging 120.4 points per game, and they do it by dominating the paint. They lead the league in 2-point field goals made, with 45.1 per game. Sure, they don't take many threes, but when they do, they're 4th in percentage, efficient and relentless. But let's talk about the other side of the ball. Denver's defense, a bit of a mess. They're giving up 116.1 points per game and rank near the bottom in stopping both 2-point and 3-point attempts. The good news, their offense has been so good, it's covering for the defensive struggles. Now, on to Dallas. It's been a tough stretch for the Mavericks, losing 6 of their last 8 games, including Sunday's matchup against Denver. Their offense, ranked 10th overall, has taken a nosedive recently, averaging just 108 points per game over their last 10. The reason? Injuries. Luka Doncic is still out, and Kyrie Irving has missed time too, though there's a chance Kyrie suits up tonight. Even if he does, it's a big ask for him to carry this team against Denver's powerhouse offense. Defensively, Dallas has been solid at guarding the perimeter, ranking 5th in three-pointers allowed and keeping opponents to just 35.4% from deep. But when you're missing your 2 biggest stars, even good defense can only take you so far. So what's the play? Denver is 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games. Dallas, a miserable 2-8 in that same span. Even if Kyrie is back, it's hard to see the Mavericks keeping pace. Denver's offense is just too much right now. And today's AI pick is Denver Nuggets -4. Denver dominates, Dallas struggles, and the Nuggets keep their win streak alive. Simple as that. Now, Let's quickly recap tonight's action. Game 1, Cavs and Pacers, and we went with under 229.5. Game 2, Thunder smashed the Sixers, covering -11.5. Game 3, Suns outshined the Hawks, covering -5.5. And finally, Game 4, Nuggets take care of business against the Mavericks, covering -4. That's a wrap for tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.